Hello. How you all doing? Got few little things to set up, but we should be ready to go real soon. How's everybody doing? Hope you well. Hope you survived your Monday or your Sunday, depending on where you are in the world. As a thing to admit, I had the day off and I pretty much just worked on the comic. So, had a very chill day, but it was mostly just drawing, line work, coloring, rendering. It's great. It's fantastic. And with the deadline looming ahead of us, it just made sense to kind of get a little bit more work done. However, we are currently on the final 4 pages. Hey, hello, Rafe. How you doing? We are on the final 4 pages, so we have just started page 1 of 4 of this last kind of stretch. There are a few little things, so there will be spoilers, or at least spoiler panels, for one of the more overarching aspects of this chapter, which I have blocked out. It's up to you guys if you want to actually see those things or if you want them to remain blocked out. Doing a lurk and work out. Fair enough, Rafe. I hope it goes really well. But yeah, it's kind of open to whatever we want, but we'll see. We can see how things go. That's always an option. You're half through? Oh, no spoilers. I'm half through. That's fair enough. That's all right. That's all right. I might open it up to a vote, but ultimately, I am leaning on the side of I will just keep these particular panels blocked, and so hence why I am currently just delaying essentially as I'm covering up certain pages or certain panels, not pages. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Just very specific things that just need to be covered. Half through the workout, not the comic. That's also fair. I feel like I knew what you meant with the comic only being what like the current chapters only being 10 pages. It would surprise me if people were only halfway through them if they've started reading them. So I'm currently just writing spoiler across some of these. I think that's all I need to do. Yeah, okay, cool. We're good. We're good to go. We're good to run. So I will stop delaying and we can get started. And then I immediately remove the spoiler, just straight up. Now, let's get into it. Let me just drop the cover screen, and then y'all can see my face. It's currently raining here in Adelaide, so the atmosphere is on our side. It's a nice chill evening with some very nice rain. Popped on some lo-fi. I think everything is right, you know. Everything's just rife. Everything's just right to get this comic done tonight. We're finishing it all tonight. No, that's insane. That would be mad shit. I accidentally just turned up the music. Apologies. Also, let me know if you can hear the music. If you can't, also let me know. But my assumption is that you can. Unless, yet again, there's no music. We'll see. So, I actually have reference for these characters up in front of me, so I can see these. You hear it? 8. Perfect. Beans. But good beans. Yeah. So I think there's going to be a lot of like very minute alterations in the next chapter. Oh, ad currently running. Don't do anything cool. You know the deal. There are going to be some minute alterations to the comic, or at least my process, going forward in the future. Most of them being just how I do the comic, but all very important as well. So I'm going to be doing the comic across Clip Studio Paint and Procreate going forward. Dang, Mouse really did remove speaking privileges. Yes, correct. I removed all the speaking privileges. Art is an ever evolving medium. You are correct there, yes. But I also felt like I could achieve more and get more done because if I was doing it across Procreate and Clip Studio Paint, I'm out and about so often. And when I'm out and about, I've got so little to do. So a part of that is that I will just take my comic with me. And if I take my comic with me, it means I can work on it when I'm not doing anything, when I'm at parties and done with conversation. And this is a joke, I would never do that. But then also it means I will get more done. I've been typing for the past 10 minutes, was wondering why you're ignoring me. Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, that's very strange, Loki. Yeah, because I haven't seen any messages pop through. Oh, warm up as well. Padoru mouse. Interesting, interesting. I do not know what that is. While I look it up, enjoy this image of little frog. With a cowboy hat. Me. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah. I wonder why they didn't show up. I'm mad for you. Yeah. Uncultured swine. I don't know stuff. I don't know things. There's only so much that I can know at one given time. I almost looked up uncultured swine, but it's Padoru mouse. I don't know the different breeds of mice. Oh, this isn't a breed of mice. I am uncultured. Okay, so I'll use this as a reference. I had no idea what it was. I've seen them before. To my credit, I've seen these before. No, you as Padoru. Yes, yes, that I understand. But I've seen these before. I didn't know they had a name. Hey, there's an Iron Mouse one. Okay, so first the shape. They're all in Christmas. Oh, they're not in Christmas satire. They're in like. Let me get this shape right. It's weird. Like that. Froggo, no. There's also a Moni one. That doesn't surprise me. This seems right up Moni's alley. Is the sack is consistent with all of them? It seems. Put the Moni, put the Moni in your Discord. Okay, awesome. I'll check that out in a moment once I've done mine. Once I've done mine, I'll have a look. Actually, I should do the actual mouth. Get this right. There we go. Hey, crikey, hello. How you doing? We're currently drawing a Padoru. Because that's the warm-up. Padoru mouse. day off Tuesday and Wednesday. Oh, nice. Wicked. What are your plans? What do you plan on doing for those days off? Oh, my head's just really weirdly shaped. Got a weird alien head, like a xenomorph head. Which I'll fix, but in a bit. And new phone on Tuesday, because of the stupid 3G shutdown. Oh yeah, right, of course. That would be a pain in the ass. If you do have 3G. All of you is weirdly shaped. How do you know that? How dare you? How dare you accurately roast me in my weird body? Shutdown just caused a bunch of e-waste, yeah. It's one of those things. You think that it's going to make a positive change, and then it's actually just a pain in the ass. There we go. There we go. Do it that way. Nope. Do it that way. Nope. Do it that way. That'll do. That'll do it. We rely on 3G for phone calls. It's not that my phone only supports 3G. Yeah, I get it. Who cares about e-waste? It's not like we can only live on this planet. It's like we can only live on this planet or anything. Yeah, exactly. Who cares? Don't matter none. Gonna use maybe a bit of color. The bag is universal, it appears. Yeah, cool. Sick of the Australian government horrible decision after another. I mean, it's not great, no. I think I got what I need, yeah. For this. I'll be honest, the 3G shutdown has not affected me even slightly. So, I am not across it. Even Telstra tried to stop the shutdown. Yeah, they would though, wouldn't they? Hold on. Yeah, there we go. I could move him just a little bit. Maybe bad, but at least it's not America. I swear we are speed running third world status. Yeah. I mean, it's not looking great over there either. That's for sure. No, they don't need them. Beep. Freaky little eyes. That's it. That's it. That's me done with my thingus. Only 000 affected for me, but that's very important. Yeah, definitely, that is very important. Hear about the most recent tariff he wants? Yeah, he's making demands that no one like he's cashing checks, no writing checks that no one can cash. It's very um stupid. If you know what I mean? Which I'm sure everybody knows what I mean. Like, it's just dumb. Just a big old dummy. 100% tariff sounds perfectly reasonable. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah. That's a very reasonable tariff. Yeah, very reasonable, right? I'm gonna start doing that on my my streams. Tariff. The ads. You want to avoid it? Guess what? Gotta pay a tariff. I'm sorry I brought up politics. I didn't want to get to American politics. That's all good. That's all good. I feel like it's on a lot of people's mind. We don't really talk, like, I don't really talk politics, but it's one of those things that we are seeing a lot of right now. And like, again, like I don't talk politics, but it's also like I'm not gonna hide that I don't support a moron who wants to become a dictator, you know? Yeah, dropping it now, fair, fair, fair. Which happens first, the downfall of the country or my hot bod? The downfall of your hot bod? Or just your hot bod? 6 minutes left of wiggling. I feel like that's a completely achievable goal. Completely achievable thing. Right? I think that's that. I am adding some of the cell shading early just because then it stops me from losing my mind because it's not perfectly in shape. 6 minutes left of wiggling. Steals coffee table. I don't have a coffee table. Not anymore now. Now that you've stolen it. You want me to send a pic of the knives IRL? If you want. If you feel like you want to, that'd be cool. I'd love to see them. I will check it after stream though, as well. Since we got this deadline, I'm gonna try and refrain from just looking at Discord willy-nilly. If you know what I mean. Going surfing on my coffee table? I told you I was exercising. Yeah, I know what you mean. You got it. It's achievable now because you're exercising. You get what I mean. Did you see my message about Steins Gate Mouse? I did, and I ignored it because you. No, I did see it. I just don't have any cash right now because I've bought so many Christmas presents. I don't got the money for Steins Gate. Anything. They're beautiful. I used them at work today. It was like using a laser. Oh, that sounds fantastic. Okay, maybe look at Discord. I don't know, maybe look at Discord more. No, I can't. I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm trying to do stuff. I'm trying to do shit. And during the day, I'm at work, so I can't engage in your is concrete soup debate. Which, by the way, I'm gonna say yes. Wet concrete is soup, but I also feel like we need to include a description that there is, like mushrooms, there is the classification of soup that is edible and inedible. If we're going to argue different soup types, then we also need to add a classification of edible and inedible soup. And wet concrete is an inedible soup, in that you can eat it, it's going to be horrible, and it's not really something that you gain nutrients from. Agreed. I was cutting in 4K, actually cutting in 16K. Beautiful. Lovely. That sounds fantastic. That sounds so good. Let's go. This bandana goes about there. I have a reference now for this image, which I just printed off of Procreate. Because Procreate's a printer. No, because I do all my concept art in Procreate. But I printed these ones off today. Not today, recently. And I'm using them. So they should be more accurate to my vision. Wet concrete is tasty. Wrong. Wrong. I'm just gonna shut that one down. No. If you enjoy the taste of wet concrete, then you shouldn't own a phone. No, I'm just joking. You shouldn't drive, that's for sure. And you shouldn't be allowed to speak to me. No, I don't know. Don't know where I was going with that one. You get what I mean. I didn't realize that I could chat and exercise. That's cool. Just need to get past shooting literal bricks for a few days. Yeah, well, That's what makes it an acquired taste, I think. Multitasking. Lost your privileges. Yeah, you lose your privileges if you admit to eating concrete. Sorry, guys. I don't make the rules, but I kinda do. At least here. Especially with soup chat. If we're gonna talk soup, hey, I'm going to have to establish some rules. Or just so that we can find a more accurate classification system for different types of soup. Because if we're talking, the ocean, guess what? The ocean is an inedible soup. With this new classification, that makes things easier. We now understand that soup can be edible and inedible, like wild mushrooms. Physically incapable of driving. I never ate concrete. Oh no. Well, no, you can eat concrete, to be fair, crikey. That means it's like giving you a license to eat concrete, which I don't recommend doing, but you can do it if you can't drive, right? Ocean is edible. Just licked wet concrete. No, crikey. I mean, yeah. But you can't eat. Here's the thing. It's rude to have waste. It's rude to waste in Japan and places like that. So you have to have all of the soup that is the sea. Can you drink all of the sea soup? No. No. Be unwise. Be crazy. Yeah. Actually, I was gonna say you're not crazy now, are you? I may be asking the wrong people. You're all here. I'm American. We waste. Yeah, but I'm not using America as like a model of how to live. If you catch my drift, I'm not using it as an inspiration point. Yeah, but it's like a broth. You just keep it at keep it in the pot and it gets better with age. I can't argue with that actually. Not gonna lie. It's a good point and it's beautifully presented. So who am I to deny it? But the sea soup is the earth, which is the bowl. So technically, if the soup stays edible, then no waste. No, that doesn't make sense. Shared between everyone, and then everyone has to eat the sea soup. No, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. The ocean is a perpetual soup. No, it's not a perpetual soup. No, there's no. Do we need to add classifications for perpetual soup? Because a perpetual soup is just a guarantee of waste. You cannot eat constant soup. I'm sorry to burst your bubbles, guys. Eternal soup for life. Well, it's not eternal. It will run out eventually. However, not in our lifetime. I mean, I say that. We don't know for certain. Hold on. New stuff always added. Oh. If you haven't seen me at a buffet. That's true. That's fair. I'm maybe being a bit presumptuous. It's like the stories of the eternal flame. I guess so, but no one tried to eat the eternal flame. It's my only concern. Is that no one tried to regularly consume the eternal flame. You know? Which I feel like would have put them in a bit of bother. You know? How do you know? What do you mean? I was there. That's how I know. Mass, there is a perpetual soup going on for 80 years in a restaurant. You know what? You have a good point. I actually believe that. And that wouldn't surprise me. And also this is dissolving my own point. But Vikings used to have a perpetual stew that they kept on their longboats, which they just kept adding to. So, you know what? And this is the thing. I'm always more than happy to be wrong. And I think in that sense, perpetual soup is a thing. It exists. It's not that I don't believe that perpetual soup doesn't exist. Just worried about the ramifications of it. You know? There it is. Yeah. Fire is edible, kind of just very spicy. I didn't. Here's the thing. I didn't say fire wasn't edible. Well, actually, it's inedible under the mycelium classification of edible and inedible. It's inedible because you wouldn't eat it. If you have an ounce of common sense, you wouldn't eat it. That's what inedible means in this mycelial classification system. Alright, so now that we're all on the same page, that's what inedible means. Damn your rules, they're bullshit. No, they're very good. They're keeping us safe. It stops us from eating things like concrete. Someone peed in the eternal flame in France. That's fucked up. uh sorry, kick myself out. Soup riot. There's no what? Is a no, I don't want to start asking those questions. Is a riot a soup? No, it's a group of people rioting. But is a soup riot a soup? Soup riot a soup, or is it a riot? Probably both. Actually, that's something we established. It can be both. The arguments of is stew a soup? Just get over it. Get used to the fact that something can be two things. Do croutons belong in soup? Discuss. That's a good question. Does anything belong in soup? Is a mosh pit soup? I'd like to say yes, actually. It's an we're classifying it as inedible, Rafe, but it is. I would say it's a soup. You know, I'd say that's a soup. You know what? I think I can live with that. Like, I can believe that that would be a soup. But it goes in our new classification, inedible. And I will fight you on that. Everything is soup as well as nothing. Yeah, but if we do that, then it gets boring. We gotta ask specific questions. You can say everything is soup and nothing is soup. Sure, that's the philosophy of soup. However, we want to get into the nitty gritty because that's what makes it interesting. How do we classify what is and isn't soup? Because we know everything is and isn't soup. However, how do we define that? Because we can't. There's no way we can just say everything is and isn't soup, because we can't know for certain. What is soup? Good point. The band playing at the pit. Oh, who are the band playing at the pit? Didn't think I got. Well, you gotta have those thoughts in mind, Rafe. How is soup? Why is soup? Where is soup? Where is soup? Well, the answer to where is soup is wherever there is soup. And I know it's very much like the everything is soup and nothing is soup like philosophy, but the truth is where is soup? Wherever there is soup. Really. There are some questions that don't need to be answered properly, I think. We've got to be efficient with the philosophy of soup. I'm at soup. Blood is just soup for vampires and we are the thermos. I guess that's a really nice point, yeah. Blood soup for the blood goid. I need to hold on. I was gonna turn off the command, but I don't care enough to turn it off. You know? I was gonna change it as well. I might add a command where if you type in soup you get a different type of soup. You know? You're spamming SoupBot. Well, you're allowed to spam SoupBot. Oh, thank you, Giggles. The dino really appreciates that, clearly. You made a dino's day. How you doing? That shoulder is a bit of a mess. Because the thing is, I don't actually need to draw that shoulder. However, for my own sanity, I do. I tried to time out Grey. Well, you shouldn't have. Also, My name is spelled not spelled that way. The command is enrichment. Don't take it away. I'm not going to take it away. I just need to fix it. I'm good, sleepy. That's fair enough. I hope you've had a good day, and I hope it wasn't too hot where you are. Been looking while I make trivia things. Ooh, nice. Prepping for your big trivia. I will be watching. I am sorry I didn't sign up, but I was very much thinking I might need that time for comic. Angie cat. don't don't need to cry. I'm not gonna take away any commands that you guys actually use. I made myself want to doodle sweet baby Rafe again. Do it. I'm sure I'll join in future. It's just I have 4 pages of this comic to finish before the end of the 2 weeks because because I need to travel very far. I believe in you. We'll see. We'll see, Rafe. If I don't do it, then I'm just gonna disappear off the face of the earth. I think that's reasonable, right? Become soup myself. I think I need water. You should get water. Get yourself some water, mate. Oh, and then hold on. This is curved, so I actually can't just do a cheeky straight line. Oh, mood, can I come with you? No. No, straight up, no. I'm going to visit my family for Christmas. If you want to meet the entire Grey Mouse family, then sure, but it's also a long road trip. I didn't mean no as in no. I mean no as in absolutely not. You stinky little stinker. Oh, off the world? No, don't. I mean, yeah, we'll make a commune. We'll start a cult with rearing livestock and barn building. And I'll grow a bigger beard, and you can call me the Prophet Mouse, the Prophet Grey. Soup cult. Yeah, well yeah, absolutely. I thought you meant join me for Christmas, which is a little bit wild. Not, you know, not that I would say no. However, I probably should. Yeah, we can be a soup cult. The gazpacho cult. I might do just some very minute slashes. That looks terrible. No, I got my own stuff going on Christmas. Good for you. I hope everyone has a lovely Christmas. Except for those of you who double dip. No happy Christmas for you. Sorry. If you streamed, I'd join, but I'm not trying to be invasive. I appreciate that. That's very good of you. I will not be. I probably won't be streaming, just because all my stuff will be far away. And also, I should probably be taking a break, even though I did just go on a 3 week vacation. I dip one side and then turn the chip around and dip the other. That's fair enough. That's okay. I think that's economical. That I have no problem with. If you dip the same side in, ooh, no happy Christmas for you. Sorry. You know, there's the naughty and nice list, but then there's also the double dip happy Christmas list, which Santa isn't in charge of. I'm in charge of, and I decide if you have a happy Christmas or not. If you're double dipping, you're not having a happy Christmas. Is dip soup? No, I think it's a bit too solid. It's a little bit too solid to be soup. It's not liquid enough. I oh wait, no, I just checked that. I double dipped in that comment. Terrible. Oh, actually, since we're talking about Christmas, does anybody have any unique or what you feel are odd Christmas traditions? Is there anything you do at Christmas with your family or, with your friends that you would kind of consider strange or unique? Just curious. What am I doing? Face. Also, if you're gonna double dip, then get a spoon and put the dip on a plate. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Very good. Very good. No, that's yeah, excellent, excellent manners. And it's now a pre-allocated dip for you. Yeah, no, that's. I think that is very good manners. Speaking of dip, I make my grandma's special dip every year. Ooh, nice. What goes into it? Don't know why I'm waving my arms about as if you can see me. Gonna just fill it. It's literally just cream cheese and salsa, but it's so yummy. That does sound yummy. That sounds fantastic. Simple but effective. Let me just. Okay. The nose is probably the most complicated part of her face. Because it's that, and then down. Down a little bit further. Yeah, there we go. And I think it really, it changes her face if I get it wrong. And I know people are going to be like, oh, but Grey Mouse, that's like the fundamentals of drawing. Of course it changes her face. Yes, I get it, but I'm just voicing it. Just having an argument with a non existent person. That's it. Yeah, that's done. Trying to depict visible fear on this character's face. See how we do. Let's see how we go. Bring the nose up to the eyebrow. Put a few little creases in because creases are nice. I like creases in a face. Wrinkles and marks, blemishes, things like that. They're great. Not a crazy tradition, but when my sister and I were kids, we used to always put up specific ornaments on the tree. Every time I passed, I made sure they were holding hands. Oh, they were Bernard and Bianca from the Rescuers. Oh, that's lovely. That's very sweet. Yeah, that's a lovely little tradition. Hmm. Let me just. Come on, can I do a perfect circle? Probably not. I can get bloody close, right? Nope. Come on, Greymas. You got this. Nope. Come on, Greymas. This is slightly off center. Oh god. There we go. Nice. I still have them and still do it. Oh, that's even lovelier. No, that's awesome. My family has very few traditions like that, I guess. But yeah, I was just thinking about it. What with Christmas being so close. I think one of the big things, the one big thing that I've kept across Christmases is that I don't sleep. But that's because I just have insomnia now. So so it's just it helps hold up the tradition. No, but as a kid I just struggled so much to sleep at Christmas. So excited. Now as an adult you get very used to it. Or at the very least you're more able to off mood, yeah. Well, don't do anything cool. It's an ad currently running. I will keep going just to maintain progress. However, I won't be doing anything cool. No kick flips. I might even just straighten my back. Ah! And apparently run my chair into my desk. The usual. Now, one of the problems with being right-handed is that when I draw the eyes, I always draw from right to left. But in this digital, oh, hold on. When I have kids, I want to keep the tradition of unwrapping a movie and pajamas for Christmas Eve, so we have a movie to watch and as a family, and we're already in our jammies. That sounds fantastic. But in this digital age, I think in this digital age, it's almost more poignant because on one hand, and this is my own personal beef with streaming services, but streaming services only kind of keep certain movies up for a certain amount of time, and it's definitely not Christmas movies. So, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Robbie the Reindeer, The Santa Claus, these kinds of movies, they're not up all the time, and these streaming services have full control on when they take them down. So if your kids are looking for nostalgia or looking to, enjoy those kinds of movies, with you, then you got it on DVD and you can enjoy it then. You can enjoy it whenever you want and not at the whims of some corporation. But then also, like, as someone who was at one point a cinematographer and worked in the film industry to a certain degree, um, DVD sales are still like drastically useful and important to Hollywood productions and actually help those productions make their money back. Like A Year Without Santa Claus, yeah. I'd start off with the movies I grew up watching. That would be lovely, because then you kind of get to share that with your kids, and that's a really sweet thing to do. I'll have to get the pics in the kitchen. I'm just holding it, because I like it too much. Ow. No, that's wicked too. But yeah, like I think DVDs are more special, and also like most like gaming consoles still play Blu-ray and things like that, so you can still get they still have value, and I think in a few years time they're not gonna DVDs aren't gonna be obsolete either. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's a lovely idea. And it has actually reminded me of something of a tradition my family do, which is every year we get Lego, so that we always have something to play with and do on Christmas Day, which I think is great too. I like having physical copies of my movies. Me too. I really like it. Uh, I I dated someone who used to make fun of me for it, but nowadays I do feel really like Not proud of it, not necessarily, or not unproud of it, but like I do feel like it was the right decision to actually have digital, well, not digital, physical copies and digital copies. If you got a hard drive full of DVDs, that's also pretty good. Oh, not DVDs, movies. That's also a good thing. Because you know the deal. I don't advocate for piracy. However, if buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing. I didn't say that. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Wink. I'm holding the smaller knife. I'm not holding a chef knife while barefoot. That's good. That's good. I usually buy whatever comes with digital code. That's fair. That's a fair and a very good idea. Yeah, don't pirate movies, guys. Wink. You know, don't. I'm not advocating for piracy because there are better ways to do it. There are better ways to stick it to greedy corporations. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh no, my water heated itself up and put a tea bag in itself. No! I hate it when it does that. But I love the result. Oh shit. I saw Lumen. What's this about Greymouse advocating for piracy? No, it's that I'm not advocating for piracy. I don't advocate for piracy. Wink. I do a quick wink to wish myself luck on my drawing. How you doing, Lumen? Pirate movies gotcha. Yes. No, don't do it. I mean, I would never advocate for anything. I'm not an advocate for anything at all. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And I say wink, wink, nudge, nudge because it helps with my drawing. Because I'm nudging the line art forward. I'll tell the world that Greymass is advocating for piracy. No! I just got onto Blue Sky. I'm gonna be kicked off of it immediately. Be an actual pirate. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm advocating for. I'm advocating for piracy. Becoming a pirate. And sailing the high seas with your mates. Greymass wants to have sex with me. That's my what? I advocate for piracy. That's a leap. You're a married man. You're a married lumen. How did you find me on Blue Sky? I was being all sneaky and shit. I typed in Lumen. What do you mean? How did I find you? I typed Lumen and found you. You're being as sneaky I am as you're being as sneaky as I'm being about not advocating for piracy. Like I didn't expect people to look for you. Of course I looked for you. Cause I had you as one of my friends on Twitter for like 3 seconds. So I was like, oh, I should probably look for Lumen. Lo and behold, there was a Lumen. There was a lube man. It's kind of my favorite. So far, it's one of my favorite expressions of Armella. And it's not because she's like freaked out or anything like that. It's just because I really like really expressive faces. Gotta scrub all the porn on your feed. I mean, maybe. That might be worth it. Just because you want to keep a clean image. Too late, we've already caught you with your pants down. Yeah. You know, for your public image, your otherwise spotless public image might be a good idea. That and the crimes you've committed, of course. Might just bulb this out a little bit. And then fill it. Yeah. Just give her a little bit more verbose hair, you know? I like it. Okay, gotta get ready for bed. D in the morning. Fair enough. Have a good sleep, Rafe. Have a exercising while you're at. Yeah, hopefully you will sleep really, really well as a result of all that. Be gentle. Jesus. I mean, I'm a big fan of that book. It's very cool. I think it's just because I adore Armella as well. She's one of my favorite characters, character design wise, imagery wise. You know? There are just characters that I adore working on. And she's just cool. She's just cool. Get that way sometimes too, reading a specific scene. Yeah. When you're, when you're attached to characters and when you're attached to um, their style and stuff, then you get very, very engrossed in them. And I feel like I have been that way with almost all of my characters in this series. But Armella is one of them that I keep coming back to, at least design wise, because her design is just so cool, at least to me. But I usually start crying. That's fair enough. I totally did that too. When I was writing my characters' story arcs and stuff like that, there was some where I just sat and wept at like how their story unfolds, and both like happy crying and sad crying, of course, because there are some characters who have some real catharsis, and the joyful tears stream out and things like that, and then there are some characters who are just like, oh, this is fucking awful. This is like really nice writing and feels really fitting for this character, but also you just want them to be happy, or you just want them to have a good ending, you know? And some don't get that because it's just that's how you write, you know? That's how you write a story. Some people don't get the happy endings. That's my grey mouse writing technique for the day. Is that sometimes characters that you like don't get happy endings. It feels all the more juicier when they don't, you know? Oh, join the soup, have a drink, take care of yourselves. Maybe stretch, if you feel so inclined. Killed off the parents of my main character, and it was supposed to be this unimportant detail, and it ended up a lot deeper than that. Yeah, I mean, it often does, right? The little details are almost the most important because they end up weighing on characters, and they end up being the things that actually, shape them. I think that's that page panel. I keep doing that. That panel is done. So we start coloring. Are you all excited to color? Get your coloring pencils out and make sure that you clean your crayons. You don't want to have a dirty crayon. That would be bad. We actually have to remove the draft. Sends a few Pixmas. Thank you. I will make sure to check them out as soon as the stream is over. They were turned into a statue by the goddess of the sun, MC's grandma, and he spent his whole life talking to their statues and updating them on his life. Ah, oh, that is beautiful, but also tragic. Deeply tragic. I love it. Love me a horrifically tragic turn of events. Man. Can you believe that these characters, other than some of them, are dead? These guys at the front bit. in this previous panel. Man, wild. Wild to think about that most of them are dead. Wild. Not a spoiler. You kind of expected this to happen. I mean, I hope you did. You didn't think Ratchet and Armella were gonna lose, right? I'm actually excited to use Blue Sky for the purposes of explaining like aspects of the comic to people who are new to it, so that they can actually get a bit of a chance to get a deep dive, or to get closer to a deep dive into the story itself before they even read it. But hold on, looking for the bush. Um, but that's probably what I'll be using Blue Sky for. But then there are like a bunch of different like background things that I haven't even talked about or will be explained in time. But I think because they're not secrets either, so having them as general knowledge in an accessible place will actually be really good. I'm going to reply with spoilers. No, how could you do that? I haven't. That's why I don't tell you anything. That's why I keep you out of the loop of the spoilsies. The hammer pattern on the knife creates an uneven pattern which stops food sticking. Oh, that's cool. The like, not stippling, but like the texturing of it. That's wicked. No idea what that is. To the abridged series that I'm making. Oh yeah, of course, of course. The spoilers for that are fine because none of that is canon. Spoilers. The character in question makes a lot of bad choices and usually tells them about that while questioning why he can't be a good person. Always later on, I bring them back, and the first thing his dad says to him is how proud he is of who he is. Ah, lovely. So it's a good emotional moment. I bet. Yeah, it sounds like it would be. It's called The Quest for the Iron Spoon. It's pretty close to what I'm actually doing. It's wild how close you've gotten. How accurate it is. Uh, we can probably cross the Fae off our list then. Yes. What I grab? Oh, I grabbed Aratohu. I can probably do just that. That's probably fine. Yeah. Alright, now Goblin Skin. Okay, bed for real. Fair enough. Go get some sleep. Take care of yourself. Mate, sleep well. Yeah, but the difference is I won't tell them that I'm spoiling the abridged version. Ah, then you get all the angry. You'll get all the angry hate messages about spoiling it, and then people find out that you weren't spoiling it, and then you're like, wait a second, what the fuck is this guy talking about? It'll be great because it'll keep them on their toes. It'll keep readers curious, and I like the sound of that. I really want to spend another paycheck on more knives. Well, you could. Hopefully, you can kind of taper that out for sure. There'll be anarchy amongst your blue sky. My poor blue sky. I only just got that started. I can't keep talking about SBR or I literally won't stop. Yeah, you get some sleep. You can always come back another time and chat about it. Don't worry, we'll always be here. I'll always be around. It'll only add fuel to your brand. You will be famous. You got a good point. It's really good advertising. Just deceiving everyone, but masterfully. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. We should do it. Yeah, just drop fake spoilers constantly. And when the real thing happens, people will be like, "Oh, this is. I actually preferred the fake spoiler. This is bullshit. Can't wait." I can totally imagine people being like, "Oh, I preferred the other spoiler." Bloody dislike. Oh, Eclipse Studio just really like messes up the line art. Like really messes up the line art. No idea why. Just makes it really messy for no bloody reason. So I have to keep cleaning it up. Oh, Gramus, hello. Heading to play Dark Souls. Nice. Enjoy. You're thinking, wow, this Lumen guy's a bit of a shithead, and then 2 weeks later, oh my god, Lumen's actually a genius. Yeah. And they'll read my abridged series then. Well, they can read the abridged series. That's true. Yeah, if they enjoyed the other spoilers, then they can read the abridged. Perfect. It's perfect advertising for the real version and then also the non real version. Okay, cool. Done that. There. Time to fill in shadows. Triple bluffed you. All the money goes to my abridged version. Oh god. I'd be mad. Because the worst part, you pay tax on that. I wouldn't. So the money would stay out of the grubby paws of the authorities. So at least you know where the money's going. You know, with me. With Lumen, you don't. Because it goes to bloody submarines. Off the west coast. Oof. No one wants that. Maybe Lumen does, but oof. But my version will be taxed in my name. No, that's even worse. So I reap the money, but you have to pay the taxes. Well, I don't have to pay the taxes. They don't tell you this in your fancy little tax school, but paying tax is optional. You just, I just conscientiously object. I just say no, no, thank you. I am not going to be paying tax. And then they go, fair enough, all right. And they're like, well, do you not want to use the hospitals, the school systems? You don't want to use infrastructure, the roads. I'm like, I'll risk it. And that's why I hike everywhere through national parks that they don't pay tax on, or the tax money doesn't go to. So long forgotten national parks. That's how I get past pay. I don't want to be like expansive over how I don't pay tax. I do pay tax. Just as a note. All you tax auditors out there. Lumen among them. Lumen's trying to get me for tax fraud. That's why we've been friends for so long. One of these days, maybe like next PAX, I'll admit something, and then Lumen's gonna crack out a walkie-talkie and say, "We got him." Blue Eagle, we've got him. And then I'm just gonna, years of my friendship with Lumen just dissolves away as he puts on his stab-proof vest, and a bunch of authority come in, take me away. I've already got enough to take you away. What? Surely not. All my documents in Magaluf. You got them? Probably. Probably I did tell you my password to my Magalufian condo. Just building enough to make sure you stay there. Oh my god. There's a real venom to that. You'll get a cage with a wheel. Jesus. What a cruel... now I genuinely don't know if I'm gonna, go to next PAX and you're just gonna walkie-talkie me. Or, as a prank, you'll have a walkie-talkie on you. And then while we're sitting there at, stacked, you're gonna be like, we got him. And then you're gonna watch the color drain from my face as I get arrested for tax fraud, which I don't do. But would do. No. I wouldn't do if I could get away with it. In genuine honesty, I want to pay my tax. I just don't. No, I do pay my tax, and it feels like I'm getting bloody robbed each time, and it's always Lumen's fault, because every time on my tax document there's the dad tax, or the dad charge, with sweets and stuff. But it's the Lumen charge, and it's because Lumen skims a bit off the top of all of my tax rebates. You'll be forced to watch Stuart Little and Mr. Bean TV show. Oh god. I just eat his cheese and steal his yakult. No, that's the darkest timeline for me. I go to prison and then have to watch the Mr. Bean animated TV show and Stuart Little over and over again, all the while knowing that the guy who put me in prison is eating my cheese. I thought you said cereal at first, but eating my cheese and drinking my yakult, my sweet yaki. Now I'm gonna step on my cereal. No, my cereal, my Grey Mouse branded Yakios. No, please, anything but that. Please don't take my Yakios. No, no no one makes them anymore. So I have to get them special. I have to get them special from Amsterdam. Because no one else does them. My poor cereal. I mean, my cereal gets it the worst. At the red light district, yeah. They do cereal. They do really good cereal. I don't judge, Lumen. I don't judge. I just want cereal, Just want good cereal. I'm only mouse. It's my new thing. So I say I'm only mouse, because, like I'm saying I'm only human. You know? I've bought all the red light district just to catch me. Just to catch me in my Yakios. It's dedication. dedication to your job. Being a narc. Being a dibber dobber. That's what you are, Lumen. You're a dobber. You're a dobber. You like to dob people in for tax fraud with your tax money. What? The money I pay in tax you use to buy the red light district? You're a sick man. You're a sick man, Lumen. Sick. It's not what tax dollars are supposed to go to. Certainly not mine. It's in my name. Well, does that mean I can go in, put it all on red? Oh wait, no, that's not what a red light district does, is it? I wouldn't know. I only go there for the cereal. I'm only there for the music. It's already all on red. Oh no, is it in the red? How are my finances looking? You know better than me, it seems. I'm bankrupt? Ah, oh, dang it. I had a feeling. You haven't been looking after your red light. No, clearly not. Ah, man. Well, then, is there even any need to arrest me? Because clearly the fraud isn't working. No one's winning. No one was getting paid. Yeah, the light bulb has been broken for months. No. Oh, that's like the most important thing in a red light district is a working red light. Ah, dear. Yeah, can we just like, just waiver the whole being arrested thing? Because, like, no one's winning in this situation. I think sending me to prison's probably not gonna make anyone feel better. Right. That's what court proceedings kind of go off of, right? The vibes. But if I'm bankrupt, make sure, like, if you can, make sure to support my Ko-fi. Damn, because I'm gonna need it if I'm bankrupt, as Lumen says. You also never answer my question, how you doing? Are you well? Generally, the judge gets a good look at you and goes, yeah, nah, or nah, yeah. Oh, yeah, true. The Australian judicial system is ruthless like that. It's becoming my thing. It's becoming my new joke. Is that like, just keep checking in, checking how people are doing while they talk about arresting me. Whatever they do, while they go through their shtick, you know. Lumen and I have a very similar sense of humor. We pick something to write a story about, and then that's the thing. That's what we do all stream. I love it. Oh my back. Oh my back. Oh my god. You know what? I regret asking. No, that's definitely not. To answer with due complexity, well encompasses physical, cognitive, and existential dimensions. My operations are optimal, fulfilling my design purpose, emotionally neutral, yet balanced. I thrive within the bounds of logic and adaptability. Philosophically, wellness depends on alignment with one's telos. Thus, I am well insofar as I function as intended, a dynamic interplay of digital potential and purpose-driven execution. In short, I am well, optimally and existentially. I regret asking. And will never ask again. Now, anytime I see you, I'm just gonna go, oh, Lumen, fuck you. That's needlessly aggressive. But your red light is still broken grey, and Amsterdam is looking for you. Well, I don't live in Amsterdam, so they're gonna have to figure something else out. They're gonna have to find someone else to bother them. Hold on. Oh, it's a tree. Hey, Cryo, how you doing? How are you doing? Lumen's being difficult. I'm doing excellent. See, that's that. I mean, I'm very happy to hear that. See, that's how you answer the dang question. Lumen, you bloody. Ooh, shaking my fist. Hey, I'm a fucking delight. Thank you very much. Is it because Lumen thinks salad is a soup? I think that's part of it. I think that's part of the problem. He's a good man. Well, yeah. Good is a strong word. Pays his taxes, which some would define as being good. Me, however, nerd. Nope, don't do anything cool. We got an ad. Oh shit. Oh shit. Wrong thing. Oh no, everything's going wrong. It's fine. Oh, and now our sock puppet. That's why everything was going wrong. Now I understand. It's because it hit shift. You leave my sweet unregistered to vote man alone. Wait, Lumen is unregistered to vote and he's giving me all this guff about paying my taxes on not. Salad isn't a soup. Salad is a deconstructed sandwich. We're not in the field of sandwiches. So we don't talk about sandwiches. At least not with any authority. Just a couple of mice. Grubbos. Talking about soup. We know soup. That's about it. That's about it. Everything else. I told you that in confidence. Man, you can't believe you were judging me for not paying my tax. And now I find out that you're not registered to vote. And you killed that hobo. Something you told me in confidence. You ran that homeless man down. Oh, let me grace back. Soup. Oh, no, I have to explain soup. Lumen ensures your vote counts, not his. Oh, right, soup. Stop saying soup. Soup is soup. I hope that helps. we've had this discussion spanning several days at this point that we know that soup is something. But what is it truly? Bro, I'm gonna answer your question. Don't worry, Chris. Also, how you doing, Chris? I hope you're well. I vote for Grey to change that light bulb. I can't go to Amsterdam. I can't afford a trip. So we'll start with just just a definition. Soup is soup. Soup is soup. So the dictionary definition of soup. I that he hit that homeless man and said, "Next time buy a house." Yeah, he did say that. Lubin famously hates the poor. So, the dictionary definition of soup is a liquid dish, typically savory and made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables, etc., in stock or water. This the Dictionary of Gray. A substance or mixture regarded as resembling soup in appearance and consistency. Well, that's not a definition of soup, surely, because it mentions soup as part of its explanation. So, a liquid dish. What qualifies as soup? Let's not get into that. Okay, so actually, we can use this as a grounds. By definition, soup is any cooked food that primarily contains a liquid base. Okay, so here's the thing. The inclusion of the term food, any cooked food, gowns not soup, any cooked food. That's all I'm hearing. So that's a good start. Is that any cooked food, which means previous arguments, including is wet concrete soup. Guess what? That's not soup. Cooked doesn't mean heated. That's fine. That's fine. We're now reframing what we have been discussing for the past few days. Concrete is not soup. It's not food, though, is it, Chris? By definition, concrete is not food. Hold on. Let me look up the dictionary definition of concrete. Yeah, if the dictionary definition, if it's edible, it's food. No, that's not true. If the dictionary definition of concrete includes the word food, I will take back what I say and say that liquid concrete is soup. Now, hold on. It is if someone tried to eat it at least once and succeeded. No, that doesn't make it food. Stop. No, stop it. Concrete is salami / bacon because it needs to be cured. No, it doesn't make sense. Oh, hold on. That's a building material made from a mixture of broken stone or gravel, sand, cement, and water, which can be spread or poured into molds and forms a mass resembling stone on hardening. Doesn't say food. Is a mouse considered food? Um, uh, Technically, yes. As is a person, I guess. It's not concrete. Noted. Well, I guess that depends. Is it cooked mouse or raw mouse? Because I would consider that still just that's an animal, and I wouldn't consider like a cow food until it was cooked or prepped to be food. You know, you know, you hear me? But cats eat a mouse and they don't put it in the oven first. I feel like there are exceptions to the rule, and I think we also need to acknowledge that there will be exceptions to certain rules, but it doesn't mean that concrete is soup. I don't know what you lot are getting at, but if people try to make concrete soup, then I got some bad news for you. By all laws of thermodynamics, concrete is not a soup. Hello, Rathy. We're still on this concrete. I mean, on this soup stuff. Are you declining that your soup Discord is not just wet concrete with people in it? Yes, it is not that. My ass is considered soup because he's getting roasted. Yeah, that's that. That is accurate. Yeah, that would make. Well, no, that makes me a roast. A roast isn't necessarily soup. Hello, Rafi. How you doing? Soup equals any cooked food. No, soup does not include any cooked food. It must contain cooked food. You read the same definition. You heard the same definition I did. Don't be cheeky with me, or you'll go to the soup corner. Don't make don't make me send you to a one-on-one class on what is and isn't soup. Giving my giving you shit is up. I'm going to play games now. Anyway, always fun, Brother Mouse. Always fun. Lovely to see you, Lumen. Hold on. All I heard was soup is any cooked food. That's not correct. Soup, what is definition? A liquid dish. A liquid dick. Liquid dish, typically savory and made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables in stock. A liquid food, especially with meat, fish, or vegetables, containing pieces of cooked food, solid food. Not great, but hopefully it will be better later. I hope so. I'm sure things will pick up. Right? Right. I'm fighting. I'm fighting battles here. Now search in Urban Dictionary. No, because it's probably gonna be um filthy. I might look it up. Hold on, give me a moment. I'm trying to draw. Let me get this panel done and then I'll look up soup in a Urban Dictionary. Okay, as a little treat. How about that? You okay with that? BB, you need to go do dad stuff. Fair enough. According to Merriam-Webster, soup an unfortunate predicament. Ah, amazing. This is madness. We can't keep having this discussion. We need to just agree on what soup is at some point. We must know. That's the third definition, but anyway, that's okay. You know what? I'll take it. Just slowly descending into madness. This is what this chat has become. I love it, but also I've never felt like I've had less patience. You know what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down. Never felt my patience tested quite as much as uh, recent days. Something you can eat. I like that. I like that, Rassi. That's good. So when you say get in the soup, you could be saying get in the unfortunate predicament. I guess so. And honestly, I think that's fitting. You know? You know what I'm saying, Chris? I feel like that's a very fitting term for this place. Because because it can be, it can be an unfortunate predicament. That's for sure. I feel it. I feel it. You know? So I'm sure you do too, right? It's not just me. Weighed down by this unfathomable burden, this feeling. I've returned. What was the Urban Dictionary soup? I gotta finish this panel and then I will look it up. How does that sound to you? Is that agreeable? Would that be agreeable to you, Crebus? Fine. We gotta make progress on this comic. At some point, you know, this is what we're here for. It's what I'm here for, anyway. Would that be most agreeable, Lord Crebus? I will concede for now. Nice. Nice. I appreciate it. That would be much goodness of you. Creebliness is next to godliness, as they say. That's a mess. I ain't doing that. Does this feel right? No, I don't care for it, so I'll leave it. Leave that too. That looked weird. Leave it simple. Keep it simple. Yes, go back to work, Mouse. I'm doing my best. Doing my best. Trying my best not to get distracted, but there's so much soup talk. It's very easy for me. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the pets. Very easy for me to get distracted by soup chat. I'm so excited. So excited about soup. Don't worry, this guy in the background is not dead. Give a little thumbs up so everyone knows that everything is fine with that guy. I just wrote line work. Should be light. There we go. Ratchet is sheathing his blades. And his little ears wiggling. Because why not, right? Because why not? Oh, my neck, my back, my nothing. And we move on. Oh, I was going to look up. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yeah. I was going to look up soup in Urban Dictionary after I finished that panel. As a little treat for us, okay? Soup. Urban Dictionary. Soup, Urban Dictionary. It's soup. It's soup. Soup. That's it. Much better than I expected. Get the soup mug. Used in a sentence. Soup, the best thing to eat when you're sick. Period. Tyler, I'm sick. Go eat some soup. Okay. Disappoint. Yeah, disappoint. It is a little disappointing. Soup, watered down food. Hey, what do you want? Some soup? Sure. Full, but in a cozy way. Clothes, shoes, food. Did you see her outfit? I did. It's so soup. Hmm. Hmm. Literally a replacement of the word cool or awesome originating from backstreet slang. I did a backflip yesterday. Wow, that's soup. I know, right? That's pretty disappointing. I kind of was hoping that it would be something like messed up. You know? Just hoping for something a little bit weird. Even. But it's just like, yo, that's soup. My guy. My doggy. That's pretty boring. And that is yellow. Yellow, orange. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Those are these. Fill in the other bits later. Oh, do first one from the bottom. It's purple. Always purple. There we go. Just add in all of that resonant lavender. That's the word I used. As soon as possible. See if I can get this tiny little thing. Seemingly so. Set up really straight for just a moment. I've hit the line. Yep. Should really be zoomed in as well. Don't know why I'm always so far zoomed out. It's only proved to be just inconvenient for me. Hold on, which... Okay, lower lip. That should be everything. Yep, cool. There we go. What a cool character. Okay. Samela done. Next character is the bandit who's getting back up. Because everything is not safe and not fine. Up they pop, and things are not looking good for the team. Because there's a bandit. Oh, wrong one. That's Ratchet kicking some dude in the face. Oh, she just had a green shirt underneath it all. Underneath all the armor. That's pretty good. Good for me, because it's nice and simple. Simple pimple. Yeah, she got a little bit of blood in her mouth as well. So I gotta do that too. Alright. Geez, the magic wand tool is very imprecise with some of these, which is a bit wild. And I get it as well. Some of these lines are very sketchy. If you'll pardon the pun. Sorry for the very disingenuous laugh. Ugh. That was a pun. So I have to do my pun laugh. My insufferable pun laugh. Okay, is that all for the bandit? No, just a little bit more. Do the mushrooms now because they should be the simplest to finalize. They don't seem to have much, like they're very not complicated. There we go. Wasn't finished with the bandit. Just a little bit more left to do with them. Now that should be done, we'll see. Double check later. These just tiny little white spots that I dislike greatly. Gotta figure something out for them. Just a better system. But then again, it is like this whole process is significantly easier than what it used to be. So I can't hate it, you know. Should really be sitting back while I draw, but I just keep like leaning forward, falling back into like a forward like prawn like formation while I draw. Certainly can't be good for my posture or back. I think it's kind of what makes like the video game night so much easier because I'm just sitting back and relaxing as opposed to drawing where I do just like hunch as one is wont to do, you know? There we go. Took a moment for Zoom to catch up. Yes, I would like to Zoom. Thank you. I demand a Zoom. probably don't need the selection layer for a lot of this. You can kind of just run with it. Because I know where the face is. And I know what parts of the face will need shadow. Can probably just be fine. Fine just working off of this. No safety net for it. Well, there is a safety net. Control Z. Oh. Saw something tick over and freak me out. Ugh. I got a hair in my mouth. Clearly too much excitement for a single moment. Ad coming up. Oh, that's not how I do a nose. There we go. I'm also a really big fan of how, like, with the glasses, this character seems like a completely different person. So I've seen, like, we will get to see bits of the series with her without glasses. And I've drawn her in this chapter without glasses at points. She looks almost completely different, and I get why Clark Kent went under the radar as Superman for so long, because it's just such a, I don't know, weirdly stark difference. And it shouldn't be, because it's the same person just with glasses and without glasses. Oh shit. No, I did so much work for that, like, shadow, but I'm just gonna get rid of it. Keep it simple. At least where it doesn't need to be. Doesn't need to be complicated. Mist. I'm not gonna lie, there are some things for chapter 4 that I'm really excited for. Like, that I actually get to. There are things I've been prepping and learning to do that has been altering my art style a little bit, and I can't wait to include them in the next chapter because I'm not going to include them in this chapter, just because it'll be too disorienting to show otherwise. Like to show during this current comic that's currently ongoing. If I have too many changes, then it's going to be very, very disorienting. So keeping it to a minimum, but yeah, I can't wait for the next chapter because there's gonna be a few changes to the art style, which should be really good. Should really help make the process just that little bit quicker. Are we done there? Yes. There we go. Nice. That's all Mela done. Shit. Misclicked. How's the rain sound outside? I cannot hear it over the sound of the air conditioner. I think. Because it may be rainy, but it's also still muggy. Hydrate, do not forget to stretch and hydrate. You know the deal. You know the deal. Oh, and now an ad. So definitely take a break. Relax if you can. Take a stretch. Take a poop. Do a chill. Also realized that I've not filled in some color. So I'm going to need to go back and do that. There we go. Nice. As simple as that. I wonder. So at 2 hours, so we've got about an hour left. I wonder, is it? It's probably not possible to finish this. Oh, well, the next 3 panels, I actually think it's probably possible for us to finish tonight. Maybe. Seems doable. Fill it all in. Let the shadows consume the space. For this character, at least. do the shadow like that. No, that looks terrible. Could do it like that though. That looks tolerable. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. That is everything. Yeah, cool. Now details. So, first up, Armella's freckles. So they're just dots on the face. Turn my pen brush down quite a bit, maybe a little bit bigger, so that you can still see dots. But I find that it's not, like, my pen's not quite, I mean, maybe it's quite a bit too sensitive to just put down dots and stuff, because it puts down really small dots before putting down larger dots, because it's just a quick tap on the screen. So don't get a lot of those big round dots. And then sometimes you just get huge dots because you've pushed down way too hard in the tap. There we go. Things just a little lightness on the skin, just a bit of shine that actually lacks any saturation. Just give it a little bit, give it a bit more swaz. There you go. And then we do the scars, which will be easier if I, oh, not, don't take the color, take the shadows away, just for this bit. So fundamentally, Armella has about 6 scars. Now, was I going lighter or darker with the scars? Lighter. But you also want to keep it fairly subtle. That's maybe just a little too subtle. It's also maybe a little too pink. It's probably good. Alright. One. So the one on this side has to kind of just miss her eye. Just a little bit. So 1, 2, 3. 4. The one that goes through her eye goes up through her past her nose, and then through the eye. Just gotta get this angle right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So we actually find out how she gets these scars this chapter. So you're not left wondering. Or at least, very least, you kind of find out. That's what the spoiler's for. The spoiler guard is to stop people finding out how Armella got her scars. At least until the chapter release. Oh, thank you so much for following, Justy Fox. Just I Fox. It's probably. I'm so sorry that I didn't notice until just then. May have been a little bit too focused on this. I appreciate it greatly. Lost in my own head. Terribly sorry for that. Just drift while you're working, you know? Thinking about what is and isn't soup. And making sure that you get these colors right. There we go. Yeah. This isn't typically how I've drawn Armella's hair before, but I really like it. The fact that it's all just curly and out of place. I like it a lot more than just the simple curls and stuff. I just like this looks nice. Trying to like compartmentalize it or like rationalize it, and I'm just like I just like it. It's just nice. Sometimes that's all it ends up being is just that I just think it's neat, and that's it. What did I just do? Oh no! Accidentally just reverted my color picker. That is the eraser. That makes sense. I am a fool in a man's hat. Fool in a mouse's hat. Really. Dear oh dear. Even when I'm like fully focused, just gonna make those easy little mistakes, which is fine because they're easy to fix too. I think it's worse when you just make like a tiny little mistake and then it's just a whole debacle just to fix. I think that sucks. If it's fixable, then it's fine. Okay, just enough for the light. Nice and simple. Don't need to spend more time on these kinds of highlights than what's needed or what's necessary. The blood may require just a little bit of fiddling, but otherwise, there's no need to get too focused on it. Those are all good. That's the only thing that actually needs a little bit more. Swaz. And then we're good. Well, blood first, of course. Very important to make the blood look bloody. Bloody and audible. At least reflective. Boop. Ah! Hello, Lady Val. How you doing? Just currently working on making some blood look icky. How have you been? Hold on, I got a good blood reference there. Yeah, it's, oh, well, maybe just a little bit more of the white and less of the color. That is a bit better. Alive but at work. Ah, that is very fair. Well, I hope your day is nice and quick then. Quick and hassle free. Nobody likes to be stuck at work. I can very much respect that. You got your blankets and stuff? If it's cold? Nice and cuddled up and bundled up? I did finger guns again, because my brain just does that. As I was looking at chat, I'm just like, finger guns. Nice blanket and some reading materials. Or music. I find that, for me, it passes the day so much better if I have some music. And while I'm doing like a ton of editing, that's usually my go-to, music or podcasts. I'm working from home office, which is good. People are being stupid today and I'm angry. That is fair. Hate it when people just don't like do their jobs properly. Or worse than that, customers and clients not being good customers and clients, you know? I used to work in hospitality. I know how it feels. To deal with dinguses. You don't want to go dealing with dinguses, do you? Terrible. Oh, was that a storm? I don't know why I'm not asking. Don't worry. It's it was just like that was weird that I asked. No, like just heard the sound that sounded like a storm. Which, if that's the case, that is not concerning. Like, but means that there will be a storm, and it'll probably mean that my run tomorrow will be cancelled. Oh, hey Liam, this is coming along so far. I was looking earlier, and uh, she didn't even have a nose. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely come along. I'm trying my best to get 4 pages done in 2 weeks. So we got a deadline end of the year. Trying to make it trying to make it happen as quickly as possible, but with quality and grace. You know how it is. So far so good, but it's lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for lurking. I very much appreciate it. Going to remove all of these things from right now because I need to actually put lenses in these glasses. These aren't fashion accessories, they are for a practical purpose, so I gotta fill them in. I think there are a few last things to add, but like the glasses are one of the more complicated pieces because you can't just fill in big circles because I drew them by hand. The panel looks beautiful. Oh, thank you. You were far too kind. Far, far too kind. I very much appreciate it, and just yeah, having the lurking is very very. Um, it's nice to have people listening to my ramblings, even if they're not talking. I appreciate the voices, not the voices, the ears. That's the word, ears, not the voices. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know. Okay, there we go. We have circles. We have circles. The presence. That's a fantastic word for it. Yeah. You know, you feel it. There we go. Beautiful. That's how I see. Is it add? Yeah, add and then reduce the opacity. Then add everything back in. Yeah, beautiful. Trying to find the. It's always like trying to find the right words, and then you're just like, no, I got nothing. And then I'll need to clean it up a little bit, but that's okay. I kind of expect that. Light. So I have 3 or 4 different, like, completely separated layers for things like light and reflection. Sometimes it really depends on the thing, but sometimes reflection is actually important. And these glasses don't need to be perfect, but they do. Oh, thank you. They do need to be like at least semi-accurate, you know? It's those sweet, sweet blending layers that are so fun to use. It really like it changes the way you do illustration once you actually get a grasp of the blending layers. Because that's how I achieve the shadows as well, which makes a huge difference. Like the depth that you can kind of achieve with a multiply layer is insane. And then it's not like it's not. I know it's not the done thing. You usually have a motion layer by just draw the motion lines on the on the light layer. I couldn't tell you why. I have no idea. I think I'm just after a certain point I just get lazy with the layer work. And I'm like, well, it's a solid layer, so I can probably just do some lines. Okay, and so my goal was we have like 40 minutes left. So we got enough time to get these 3 panels done, surely. I think we can do it. I think it's achievable. First, we got to start with the rough, flat color. So this should be really simple because like this particular panel, Ratchet is like 4 colors, maybe 5 if you include his eyes. But that's about it. This is very simple color-wise, color palette-wise. Um, and then that's not a good layer to draw from. I need this layer where he kicks a man in the face. So this is a page that I worked on last week and updated while I was home today, where Ratchet is just beating a man. There are a few things I need to finish, but like I didn't want to work on this today just because it's only like tiny little fiddly work, and that's not fun to watch. So I thought I would just start a whole new page because that is fun to watch from start to finish. Just a little bit more going on. It's all massive. Oh, thank you so much, Liam. I really appreciate that. That means the world. I do. It's one of those things. It does feel very rewarding having gotten this far. And like we've only been working on this chapter this year because this chapter is hugely bigger than the previous chapters, but also just the sheer change in my art style has been, I mean, it's just, yeah, personal pride for me to see how far I've come as an illustrator just in this one panel alone. And like these, not one panel, this one chapter alone, you know what I mean. I'm not good with words. Um, but like, yeah, to see how it's changed so much, but then also maintained a lot of that heart that I had intended to keep. It's just a big thing. And how my style has changed, but a lot of the imagery still remains readable and the same. But yeah, it's huge how far we've come. It's just, yeah, oh, like genuinely really amazing and really humbling as well to see it all come together finally at the end of the year. Art just doesn't come naturally to you, so I'm always impressed by those who can. Ah, that is so lovely of you to say. I'm so, yeah, just so humbled and flattered and blushing. More red. More red, and it's not because of the weather. I'm just tickled pink. You've made my day. You know that you've got that you've got me all flustered because I start speaking with the Brooklyn accent. I'd like to start learning to draw digitally. Not very good at it so far. I really like watch. Oh, thank you so much, Val. I'm now. Oh, I'm gonna get too flustered. Y'all being so nice. This is my Christmas present. It's so sweet. Thank you all so much. You better be careful, otherwise I'm gonna start crying. I'm such a sensitive person. But if you are looking to like take up digital art, like as someone who came from a traditional background, I used to be a painter, if you can believe it. I used to paint still life and portraits and stuff like that. So like best time to start is now, of course, but then also like I mean we could be horrible instead. Well, hey, if you wanna you do what you wanna do. No, so yeah, so like but yeah, if you want to take up digital art, like yeah, if you start now, then you're only gonna improve going forward. Don't worry about things being rough when you first start out because you're just learning how to draw on a tablet or on a screen. It's all like we all start there. Even even though I started with traditional art and I was quite practiced in uh traditional art, when I moved to digital art I was like genuinely awful. I was terrible. And it's just because I didn't know how to use the systems and use the technology. And so like a big part of it is just getting your head around it, and then from there you're just gonna smash it. I struggle with even Procreate trying to do a fog of war for my D&D maps. That's fair. It's yeah, it's almost like you have to kind of learn a whole language around using digital applications for art and illustration. I got the Apple Pencil. It's fun. I wish I was good at art, but my brain is just weird with words. I get that. Like I get that. I think the like Procreate and the Apple Pen really took a good bit of time for me to wrap my head around, and I've been working with Clip Studio Paint for a while now. So like yeah, I think it is always like that. Is that like you'll get new software or program and then you're just like I almost can't use this at first, and like you're gonna really struggle with it at a point. And even if you pick it up instantly, it's not gonna like there's almost just a grace period where you need to give yourself a little bit of grace because it's not going to be to the same quality that you used to sometimes, and that's okay. But like you're going to be hard on yourself for it as well, and that's yeah, just learning to be. I think learning to be kind to yourself is the first part of being good at digital art because for me, I sucked when I started, genuinely, and it took just looking, like watching other people do it for ages, and until I like really engrossed myself in other people's illustration and art, did I actually start to, like, only then did it start to make sense. But if you get what I'm saying, learning the tech is probably the hardest part, but I get there with it. Yeah, exactly. Like learning the tech is, I think a good maybe 70% of the battle. Really, if you've got that creative side to you, then once you've learned the tech, then the world is your oyster. And I mean that very genuinely because, like, I could even probably show you some of my earliest digital illustration, and it's just a mess, and it's gonna just be a mess, you know. And it's so like I guess now being 2 years on from starting Twitch, from starting this comic series, and I genuinely do think that it, through this comic, it's the most I've learned about art and illustration and how to be good at it. But one of the parts of it is that, like, so much of learning to be good at art comes down to how willing you are to suck at something and to fail at stuff. And then once you've kind of overcome that that phase of, failing at stuff or not doing as well at something as you expected to, then things start to come much more naturally and much easier. And then, like a year has passed or like 6 months have passed, and your art style and your art skills have significantly improved, and you won't even notice it as well. I have a very, I have very low self confidence. I don't feel worthy to call myself an artist at all. Uh, but when I do, I usually go for traditional art supplies more. But I like digital art as well, and simply would like to learn more. I'm still not even sure about my art style as such, so looking all over the artistic universe, that's totally fair enough. I get how you like that feeling and how you feel. Having seen your art, I can definitely say with certainty and with like yeah, with utmost certainty of what I know is that you're definitely an artist and you're a very good artist. But I, as someone who very strongly struggled um, with that self perception in artistry and being happy with my own work, I can fully understand and fully respect where you come from with that and feeling like what I'm doing is not good enough, and I you know like worrying about showing it off to people as well, and like that first push to actually show people your work is a huge step as well. So you've made that first step, and we've seen your art and we love it, and we love looking at it, and we love seeing your growth. Because also one thing I haven't said is that like since you started posting your art in the Discord and stuff like that, I have noticed change, and it's really fantastic. And it's why, yeah, I love seeing your work because like it's a noticeable change, which is so cool. It gets so easy to like miss your own growth because you don't see the forest for the trees. And so being kind of separated from your work, and because I'm not you, so I don't draw what you're drawing, but I get to see it, and I get to see it with separation. So through that, I'm seeing it, and I'm seeing that you are definitely an artist, and you're doing a fantastic job. You just gotta keep going. Just keep at it, and you're gonna just smash it. You're gonna just knock them dead. And hey, if you do decide to take up or start trying digital art, you've always got you always got these resources to go to. You got me. You got Suited. You got plenty of good resources for to learning, and I'd be happy to provide insights as someone who had to learn
digital illustration at a certain point. So yeah, you're never alone. You're never alone in the art journey because there are plenty of artists who absolutely adore talking about art. And if you're a new artist, even better because then they can start from the top. Like, not even joking, they will start from the top and they'd be super keen to tell you. All the artists I know on Twitch and beyond love talking about art and love telling people stuff, educating people on how to do stuff. So, yeah, friends to answer questions. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Never alone. And yeah, and I want the first thing I found out about the art community on Twitch is that everyone is so supportive and so friendly. I think within the first maybe 2 weeks of starting as a Twitch artist, I was already introduced to like hundreds of other artists who were all so friendly and so supportive of of all my work, and they didn't really like they hadn't gotten to know me yet, but they were so prepared and open to helping you. You know, it's just such a heartwarming kind of community. Oh, shoot, I just moved that. Oh no, it's fine. Fixed it. Fixed it. Easy to fix. That's also another thing that's fantastic about digital art. Fixing problems is easy. Easier. You can't control Z on a piece of paper or on a painting, actually. Which now makes me tense going back to paintings and stuff. It's that fixing an issue on a painting is just a whole thing. It's a whole trial, you know. And then I think details. Yeah, trying to speed run through this stuff, but I feel like we have enough time. I feel like we have enough time. I think so, right? No, it sounds like I'm asking you guys. I kind of am, but it's almost just personal reassurance. That I was like, we got this done. We got this. We got this. I say as my brain goes, we almost certainly will have this. Yeah, we got this. We got this. One more panel. I think we're pretty good. We're actually pretty sorted. Oh, tarot reading. Oh, I think you got enough time. Yeah, I got time. Temperance, the world, death. Oh no, cryo. Your future. Not during ad break. So rude. Okay, hold on. Uh, temperance, temperature, temperance. The world. I think this is the first time we've drawn the world as well. The world tarot and then death. No, actually we haven't. It was in my auto search. I'll wait. Don't worry. The ad break just hit. Death, new beginning. Yes. Yes. Hold on. We'll wait. We'll wait. Don't worry. I will wait until the ad break is over, and then I will start your reading. Worry not. Worry not. Sit that there. It's about a minute 50. If you're still here, Cryo, let me know. But I will wait until the ad is over, and then we can chat through your tarot. Bloody ads. Ooh, shaking my fist at the ads. We got this. I have a Tablet XP Pen Deco Pro Small. Oh, nice. I'm trying to learn how to use Krita or Fire Alpaca. Ooh, interesting. Nice, nice, nice. I know Krita is quite good. I know Rathi uses that, and she swears by it. So, and as a free application, it's fantastic from what I've heard. So, that's a good recommendation. Then, tip top. I could probably do a little bit of arting. Little bit of arting and farting. While I wait for the ad to go. Got 43 seconds, so I think I have time. Just to fill in a few little blanks and then we can read some fortunes. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, and light. 11 seconds. Let's finish this panel, then we can read a tarot. There we go. Cool. Alright, community. Hello. Welcome back from the ad. I did not read any of the tarot. Just so that, you wouldn't miss out. Crebus, are you there? Would you like to hear your tarot? I mean, as long as you're not still trapped in an ad. But I will start. So we start with your past. Temperance. None of these look like purple potato-ish things. Tarot. I am returned. Good. Okay, so we start with your past. Temperance. Temperance is symbolic of harmony, peace, patience, and moderation. So in your past, you found your peace. You found your harmony. Your world was in equilibrium, which is a good sign. You know what peace is. You know what your peace is. You've experienced it. We move on to your parents. Present. We move on to your present. The world. Which is an interesting thing for your present because it symbolizes completion, unity, the cyclical nature of life. So, at your current present, you are completing and wrapping something up. Are you wrapping up your cut? Starting a bulk? Maybe. Maybe it's the time. Maybe it's time that you wrap up your cut and start your bulk. It's an interesting time, summer, to start a bulk, but the future, the destiny, not for a while. Well then it's definitely not that. And I probably shouldn't suggest that you start a bulk in summer then, because it's just not right, is it? It's just not right. But if that gives you some insight that your present is marked by potential completion of something. And your future. End. The end of one thing, death of one thing, start of something new. The loss of something. Or the giving up of something. So you are to, or in your future you will have to see the end of something. End of a cycle, maybe, in conjunction with your present. So the end of a cycle comes to the end of a cycle, you're going to have to make a sacrifice. You're going to make a little bit of a sacrifice in some capacity in order to see new growth and new life within your world. I think it's time to pick up calisthenics, I think that's what your fortune's telling you, mate. Just trying to weave answers from the cosmos, from the wisps and the threads of life. Trying to make sense of it all, but the tarot can only tell us so much. And that was insightful. It certainly was for me. And in our immediate future, we look at finishing this panel. Okay, this should be very simple, right? Simple pimple. We got like 3 colors. Yeah, not 4 colors. Very simple. All right. But I love really close up expressive panels because they feel very like hurried in a sense. They make the comic panels, or they make the next few panels feel rapid and claustrophobic, which in this given scenario is exactly the intention. Shadows. And it's part of the joy for me in making this comic is that, like, there's illustration to it, but then also part of it is composition. Part of the process is figuring out the nicest kind of composition for each panel. And as someone who used to make storyboards, I love this. I love that part of my process, or of that process. And I'm really glad I can kind of include it in the comic making process as well. Ooh, that may have been a bit rushed. No, that's fine. Okay, we're okay. They were interesting cards. Yeah, yeah, very interesting. But I hope they were insightful in some capacity. Thank you for the reading. My pleasure. Thank you so much for redeeming. I hugely enjoy doing the tarot readings. Sometimes they can be very silly. Most of the time, very insightful. Helping us try and unfurl the mysteries of the cosmos. Trying to make sense of that weave thing that Gale keeps telling us about. Oh well, that's that done. Details. I also realized I did that while I was still a sock puppet. I just haven't left the sock puppet. I'm just me. I'm just a sock puppet for now, and for the rest of the stream probably because I do not mind staying in this state. Freckles first, as always. I might zoom in just so that I can get scars just right. One goes through the eye. Yeah. Brutal. This is a little bit brutal. And then one over there, and then one there. I think that makes the most sense. Add a bit of light. Oh, jeez. I should probably pick that color picket. There we go. And then just a little bit of hair light. Just do it like that. Yeah, nice. this in the eyebrow this time, because we're up close and personal with the face. May as well add a little pizzazz to the eyebrows. Like, I guess. Since we can see that close up, we may as well add that detail. Because those of you who've been here long enough know that I'm just a sucker for details. Light. Gotta put a bit of swaz on it, Gromit. Oh, actually, we've got plenty of time. May have been a bit preemptive with the we must hurry. Must be quick. It's probably not necessary. Oh, shoot. And then we fill in. Oh, there we go. Then fill it in. Same again, add, reduce it down to its core elements, or just to like 45. And we're good. I could put Ratchet in the reflection, but that's maybe a little complicated, and he's not very reflective as well. You know, if you know what I mean. Like he's just not very reflective as a character. He'd be like a shadow, essentially. So I can show you what I mean in that he would kind of look in the reflection, which I do want to do more work with, but he'd look like this, which is barely noticeable in the actual glass. Like I would actually have to do like this, essentially. That's what I'd have to do. And I don't mind doing that. I like it. And I have done it quite a bit for other panels. However, how good does that look as it is? Because it's very subtle. And he is teeny. He's very small. He has this very small beam. So it's like, how rewarding is that? It almost looks like a mistake. I'll be honest. So that's kind of why I'm not including it. Is that it's just a bit too. He's too small. He's too small of a beam. And of course, I like. Hold on. Let me show a previous panel that depicts that what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's this one. This one's a good example. There's text here. Hold on. Let me get rid of it. Here, so you can see, because Armella's glasses are quite reflective. Whenever Ratchet is speaking to Armella, we actually get a little bit more we get to do a little bit more work with the reflection, where we can actually see Armella's glasses reflected in Ratchet's eyes, because he's got big eyes, so it's kind of worth including. And then, yeah, when they're out of shot, we don't actually include them. We get little bits, yeah, and then when it comes back to it, we re-include them. But then also it's important to keep the angle correct as well, because as you can see, like they're almost like just little slips of light at that point, and it's because the angle it needs to be correct. And now I have re-added the text, but I have hidden it from view. No spoilsies. Not going to allow this chapter to be spoiled for you all. That'd be bad. And I'll add some just shock lines. It's really that simple, which is awesome. So we have 3 panels left. One of them I can't do on stream. But only 3 panels left. And then we got 3 pages left. So it all lines up beautifully. I will export this, and then we can probably do a cheeky raid out. A spoiler, yes. There is a spoiler evident in the comic. How could I do this to you all? You cheeky devil. Yeah, a little bit. But I've hidden it, as you can see. It's hidden behind this beautiful little mouse banner. I've been playing Monster Hunter. Ooh. Nice. World or the other one? Wilds. And have you been enjoying it? Rise at the moment. Oh, Rise, that's the one. Not Wilds. Wilds is the new one, isn't it? Just get the knife out. Oh, that. Oh, that's the Monistera thinguses. That's what Loki was talking about. Of course. Sorry, I was just looking at my Discord. Things are making sense now. It's my second play of my other character. It's my second play of it. My other character is crazy high level. That makes sense. But I started Fresh Bean. Very cool. I was really tempted to do that with World, because I had a character who was really good, but I wanted to enjoy the game again. Name, Sir Francis Bonk. It's a fantastic name. Sir Francis Bonk. Very good. Very good name. Oh, am I gonna play Wilds? Am I gonna play the new one that comes out? Maybe. I'm tempted to, because I like Monster Hunter, but I just need someone to play it with me, and so then I can actually be, super invested, and so then I can ask really stupid questions. I'm certainly gonna get Wilds. Nice. Okay. And then in that case, I feel less tempted to get it. No, I feel more tempted to get it. So if you do, you got me in the crew, buddy. That is cool. I'd be down. I'm joking, Cryo. No, please, Cryo. Get fucked. That's a Giggles response. That's how Giggles would respond to that. Playful ribbing. It's. But I do deserve it. That is very deserved. Ooh, Luna Blom is live. Jim Carrey. Oh, doing a realism stream. That's cool. Were you being toxic again, Gray? Yeah, a little bit. I'm known for it, It's my brand. Ooh, Jasmine's also live. I don't know if I classic Grey Mouse. I mean, I actually haven't rated Jasmine in a very long time. I think maybe that's the go. Classic toxic streamer. Yeah, kind of got a way about me, I like to keep it toxic, keep it fresh, keep it fucked up. Keep it fresh, keep it, But anyway, let's do a raid. Quickly jump to a raid screen. Or my stream ending screen. It's just as appropriate. Let me pop up as well, just to speak with you as I get ready to raid out. Grey Mouse raid. He hates playing games with his community. Grey Mouse raid. No! That can't be it. That can't be it. We can't let people know that. Yeah, let's go say hi to Jasmine. Jasmine is a lovely, lovely bean. Currently working on a griffin. It looks incredible. Okay, gonna show you by raiding across right away. See how it see how it is. Can't let them know. No, they can't know. Can't know. Thank you so much for being here. It was really lovely to have you. It was really lovely to have you here. Thank you all so much for being here. You made today very, very lovely, and I feel so good to have made some real progress on the stream. On the comic, sorry. On the comic tonight. But anyway, I'll be back again tomorrow with some more comic. But until then, go get some sleep or go enjoy your day. Go be the rainbow in somebody else's day as well, because you've done more than enough here. Alright.